The last speaker before me is my colleague from Belgium. You will talk about the microfinance program in Belgium.
Merci. Je vais faire mon élocution.
Thank you. Well, I'll be giving my presentation in French, if you don't mind. I'd like to tell you about a program which took place between May 2011 and May 2012, so it's just finished. This is a micro savings program in Belgium. Obviously, the objective was to encourage people with a low income or poor workers, encourage them to save rather than buy things on credit. So we try to reach that target group, and within this group, we try to encourage a culture of savings, of saving money. So we set up groups of micro savers, and each group had between 10 and 15 participants, at least to start with. And we asked the participants to pay on a monthly basis a small amount into a savings account. So this was a savings account which was opened by the Alternative Financing Network, so our organization. And we asked them to follow various sessions, lectures, if you will, about these matters. And basically, we had the same setup as in Poland. If they have saved for a year and they followed the sessions at the end, they would receive their savings back plus 50%. And we said that they should at least save 7 times out of the 12 months and follow at least 3 out of 5 of the modules, the sessions that we organized. Now that the program is over, we have some information. We have the quantitative results, at least. So 12 groups were set up in Brussels and Wallonia, and 180 people signed up to this program. 5 information sessions were organized on credit, managing your budget, debt, and a lot of time was devoted to giving people a chance to speak. This is sometimes a bit of a taboo subject, money, so we thought it was important to discuss it. It's particularly difficult if you have money problems. Now, among the 180 people who signed up, a third of them didn't pay in any money at all, and they didn't take part in any modules. So they withdrew from the program right away, right from the start. And 14% didn't really participate. They saved maybe once or twice over the year, and then they left the program. So that leaves us with a good 40% that didn't go very far in the program. At the same time, though, 36% of the participants made it right to the very end. And they saved very regularly, and they closely followed the information sessions. And about 10% were able to be rescued in inverted commas. They didn't fulfill the conditions to get the 50% bonus, but we thought that in spite of the strict rules that were made clear at the outset, it was important to discuss these matters, because sometimes the people have good reason not to have been able to save as much as they wanted to, and not to follow the modules of the sessions. We wanted to encourage them to change their behavior. So about half of the participants made it right up to the end and got the 50% bonus at the end. Now, more important than this is the qualitative results, which I think overall are very positive. among all these people who followed this program, and this has been mentioned several times in the past, they said how happy they were to have been able to save money. Some people didn't feel that they were capable of saving anything, and they've realized as a result of this program that they can do this. And in Belgium, the average savings are at 20 euros per month in this group. Now, for people who are not in the habit of saving, when we asked them at the outset, what are you going to do? Well, they weren't quite sure. But by discussing things with them, they do have a clear objective for their savings. Housing is something that people save for, heating, energy. That's often a problem. But we also wanted to get these people back into the habit of having fun without having a guilty conscience. So it's nice to be able to say to people, well, you deserve this, so you should be able to treat yourself to something. A lot of people who made it to the end, now we haven't done all the calculations, but a lot of people want to continue saving. They've realized that it's not so difficult, so they want to continue with this. Of course, they won't receive the 50% bonus anymore, but even so, they want to keep saving. And the bank account that they paid into wasn't their own bank account, and obviously that was a positive point because it makes the money less accessible. You have to go through more steps to be able to withdraw the money during the program. And only one person out of the 180 or the 120 who saved at least once, there's only one person who asked to get their money back before the end of the program. Now, on the negative side, the weak spots in this program, because there are weak points, first of all, how difficult it was to recruit the people in the first place. This surprised us, but people were asked to make an effort, and people were perhaps afraid of saving regularly, and also following sessions they weren't too keen on that idea either. So it was difficult to get hold of 180 people, to recruit these people. In Belgium, we work with the public centers for social action, as they're called. And the success of this kind of program depends on the relations between social workers and the people who are going to be involved, the people that they're working with. You might have a very cooperative spirit, a very constructive atmosphere. And in other cases, though, you find that the customers, the clients, are subject to obligations, and they won't receive any benefit unless they fulfill these rules, these conditions, and that is not exactly very motivating. In terms of financial inclusion, clearly you can't reach everyone with this kind of program. You can only reach people who are already quite motivated. And there are always people in the margins who are more difficult to reach with this kind of program. And another difficulty was to keep people coming to the information sessions and maintaining their presence right up to the end of the program, keeping them on board. So that's something that could be improved in future, we feel. Now, why should we encourage people with a lower income to save? Well, it's been said several times here already. There are some obvious reasons. I would like to stress the fact that this enables people to talk about money. In Belgium, talking about money is a bit of a taboo, and that goes for other countries as well. But you can see that the social workers who are involved in this, well, a lot of people talk about saving energy, eating better, all that kind of thing, but money's not really touched on. Money is only talked about once you're already heavily in debt quite often. And I think that the participants in the program said frequently that they're in a group where money is the main subject. Everybody's got money concerns, so this is finally their chance to talk about money with a cool head. And this was considered a positive point. And one of the benefits of this kind of program, this has also been said, is that this makes it possible for people to successfully reach the end of a project. And this is about your self-esteem as well. It's good for a person's self-esteem to do this. In more technical terms, I think it's a good thing to encourage people to save in bank accounts which are not so easily accessible, so not their own bank account. So we opened up the bank accounts for them. Maybe this isn't the ideal solution, but I'm sure that there are other solutions, or maybe having a blocked accounts, that kind of thing. I'm sure that there's a way around this to make the money less accessible. And then the bonus after a year. This is a good way to set people on the right path, even though this may not continue once the program is over. And another important point, I'm just speaking for Belgium here, there's no systematic program to educate people about finances. So I think that there needs to be a general policy to encourage people to think about their relationship with money. How do you save? How do you get out of debt? And also how you can prevent these situations from arising in the first place, particularly during these difficult times, because you have people who have very little money to start with, and we're asking them to make an additional effort. Thank you very much.